What's going on, everybody, man? It's Zuko, and today we are going to be talking about how to completely dominate with Batman. We're going to be going over neutral, footsies, all of the things that you can possibly think of, everything pretty much thought of, not everything, but a good bit, to bring yourself into the highest level of Batman play that you can possibly have. We're gonna go as much as into touch of that combos, option select combos that still can kill early game, whether they are 0 health or 100 health. Like, we're gonna have everything up in here. Footsies, option selects, mind games, ways to get people to dodge and you punish them for dodging, way to read dodges, how to read DIs. You read DI this way, how to have combos for if they dodge towards, dodge away. All of that is going to be in this video, so let's hop straight into it. So first things first with Batman is a lot of people do not realize this character's full kit. So let's just go over the kit really quick. So you have slide kick. This is basically your dash attack. So if you didn't know, if you double tap forward and then press X, you will automatically do a dash attack. Like, you don't have to be running and then doing it like so, right? You could just double tap and then do it. So you can literally do this from neutral, right? So you can stand still and then get a dash attack from neutral. This is really important, not only for doing like really fast attacks, because by the way, this is dang near unreactable. If you that's a really hard attack to react to, and it travels very far. Now the further you are away, the easier it is going to be for people to kind of read that. But the beautiful thing about this move is that you do it and then you can go into literally any of your other weapons. Like, you can do it into a down one, you can do it into an up one, you could do it into a special if you wanted to, you can do it into your up two if you wanted to, you can do it to your down special if you wanted to. Like, there's a lot of options that you have from this. This move is your best friend. You can also go into a dodge into another confirm like that. So your dash attack is literally your best friend. And that's the reason why perk wise we are running too fast to block, because on the ground people cannot compete with Batman on the ground. This dodge attack that you have, it is going to break armor, so Wonder Woman does not want to be on the ground with you. It's very nasty because your armor breakers are already kind of decent, right? But being able to have this range is really insane for an armor breaker. So it's like, if you're playing the range game, you're playing Alpha Batarang, that links or whatever, and let's say they pop armor and then you can break armor with this. So just having this as an armor breaker is really nasty, because this is your combo. It's just basically guaranteed, no matter what they're doing, you can kind of go into whatever combo route you have. It also really stops Superman's charge stuff on the ground, because Superman doesn't really have armor unless he's on the ground. So if you're going against Superman, then having this is literally your best friend, because you just automatically beat him neutral wise on the ground. So you want to be able to master doing dash attacks from neutral like that, right? Oh, I messed it up. That's fine though. So you need to have that in your bag. So that's basically this attack. You can pretty much go into anything after that. Now, Batarang is basically your neutral attack. Now, you need to have this in your arsenal, because this is basically another engagement tool. It's not unreactable, because it takes a little time to travel. So not unreactable. As you can see, if you're standing here, that's really easy to kind of react to, compared to this hitting dang near immediately, right? So not unreactable, but you save some of that for having the ability to charge it up, right? And also having the ability to angle it, right? So you can do up, right? Or let's see here again, you can do up, down, right? And also if you jump up, it will follow you. So, and the more you hold it down, the faster it's going to charge, right? So you kind of want to if you just do it once, it's going to travel much slower, so it's easier to kind of play around with it, right? It's going to follow you around until it touches you, right? Or until it touches an object, right? So you can kind of play around with this. Now the cool thing about it is you actually kind of always want to have this out and always kind of be doing this anyway, because it just makes it to where now you have to worry about my attacks, right? And then you also have to worry about the attacks of my Batarang. So it's it's a two-party attack here, right? As you can see, you can kind of play around with this, and then it's you always want to have this out. Now the moment you get it back, you're gonna have your cooldown, right? So you throw this out, your cooldown starts, right? You do 2 jumps, let it come back to you, you're gonna have your cooldown immediately, right? So have this out. It forces people to, you know, run some projectile things, and if they don't have a projectile thing, then they're kind of screwed. As you see, I get it back. So this is just free, like, get out of my face. But if you get it back instantly, like so, again, you do have that cooldown. But remember, if you do charge it, it is going to track you much faster, right? Now, what's cool about you charging it is you can also dodge through this, right? So, you can like charge it like this, run, dodge through, right? Now, you don't want to do that because you can't really abuse it, but if you do it the slow version, now you can dodge through someone and have your batarang hit behind. Now, that's the reason why we have bouncerang, because again, bouncerang, what it does is it makes it to where hitting an enemy with the batarang while it's returning to Batman will apply 3 stacks of weaken. Now, what does this mean? This doesn't mean that it has to hit behind them. It just means as long as it's on its way back, it's going to proc. So for example, let's see here. I'll just throw it here. It's facing him now, right? And it's still applied 3. So basically what it means is anytime you do this tech that I'm talking about here, if this hits them, it's going to apply those 3 stacks of weaken, which is very, very important. So you kind of want to abuse bouncerang. Remember, you can charge it to go up, go down, you can kind of angle it, and you can also do it in the air, and it also slows your fall in the air too, as you can see. So yeah, very, very nice stuff. Like that, right? So again, you can kind of play around with that however you want. Just know that if you're falling off the edge, it's very, very good at, you know, kind of, you know, playing that ground, and you really want to, you know, vary with it. Now, the fact that it can be charged means that you can mess with people's parry timing. So let's say you do this here and you feel like they're going to dodge immediately into you or away from you, you can kind of like play that game. So let's say I do this here. Let's put them dodge toward after hit stun. Cool. Kind of play that out and then do like that, right? So instead of you doing it like this and just always throwing it out instantly, right? And you don't get anything for it except the, you know, the turnaround. I mean, that's a good one too. That's me angling it up. But like, instead of you doing that, you can kind of wait for them to burn a dodge and just kind of play around with it. So this is a very good engagement tool because you can straight up, you know, just kind of play with that. You don't ever have to really like let that fly. You can also like charge and then like jump with it as well, so that way you can kind of like be aggressive with it. But I don't really do that. I would just recommend doing the slow one, so that way you can do something like that, right? These are very good engagement options that you have. My favorite thing to do is just kind of throw it out really quickly and then just kind of like play this sort of mind game with it here, so that way you're kind of like playing this sort of game. I like doing this with it because this kind of makes it to where you're gonna have to like get above me, right, in order to stop that, because you can't go left or right. So that's a very, very good option. So yeah, that's basically batarang. There's a lot more that you can do with batarang, but we're gonna kind of just leave it at that for right now. Next up, what we have is your furious flurry. I don't want to go crazy with your batarang, but back to the flurry. So you can kind of like do this as well. It's not really something that you want to use though. It's not like super great. But just know that you can do that as well. Like, it's like somewhat decent, but I don't really recommend. But you can do it if you wanted to. It's not that effective, right? You would have to do an instant aerial with it. If you don't know how to do instant aerials, basically you just do move forward and upwards at an angle. You can't have tap jump on in your settings. So I'm basically, it looks like I'm moving forward, but I'm actually moving up diagonally upwards to the direction that I'm going. You just dodge after that and then press your attack. You can even do an upward special if you wanted to, an aerial special, or you can even do like hold on, let's see here. All right, as you can see, that's basically this special, right? You're down to but I'm doing it off the ground. Hold on, let's see here, like that. So yeah, that's basically instant aerials. Again, just move basically diagonally in the upward in the direction that you're going. So if you say you're trying to move to the left and do it, move upwards to the left, then press dodge, and then you just press your attack, and it'll look something like that, right? Cool. So like, you can do that, and to make that stuff land, you can even do it like this, or like this. Like that, right? But I don't really like using this. It's not really that effective unless you're using it as an engagement tool. That's literally the only reason I would use that. But yeah, that's pretty much that. So your flurry, you can get a lot of combos off of your first one. You can also get a lot of combos off of your second one. Then your last hit, holding forward, you get this little pop-up. That pop-up is pretty decent. Except I never really use it. You have so many other like combo routes in this game with this character, you don't really want to use that. A cool thing about your 2-2 is that if you do it, you can cancel into your dash attack, and it actually links. Unless they dodge you, or unless they're DIing away, then it won't link. But remember how we talked about how that can land? Hold on. You can also do like that with it, because remember how we talked about how this can cancel into other things. Like, so you have a lot of options. As you can see, you can kind of go crazy with that. So you can do like this. Hold on, let's see here. Right, so you have quite a lot of options, as you can see, whenever it comes to this, that you can go combo route wise. Just know if you're trying to do this, you kind of have to like wait a little bit whenever it comes to this part. So yeah, you kind of have to wait a little bit whenever it comes to doing this part here. So yeah, just know if you're trying to get used to that, you kind of have to wait a little bit. Once you get used to it, then you kind of, you know, get it, you know, every time. If you don't do it, if you don't wait enough, you're gonna get that other attack that you had just happened there. But yeah, you don't kind of want that. You don't. You'd be better off doing it like that, where you get that one, and then you learn the timing for it, like so. So yeah, that's pretty much that. So just know that, like, you can also do it off of this one as well. But I don't really do that one. It's like, why, you know? But you can do it off of the one as well. You can't do it off of 2, 3. Like, there's nothing to do from there. You kind of just stuck, right? You can go up with another one, but I don't like doing the 3 ever, because you don't really get anything from it. It is a very good, you know, kill move though, but I mean, no one's ever using it for that anyways. Then for your aerial side attack, this one's good as well, because you kind of want to engage with this. It's a good engagement too. It has a lot of knockback. You can charge it up, and it leads into a lot of combos, off of charge or not. You can always jump into special and get it like that. If they're on the ground, they're early life, you can dodge and then get that to link as a guaranteed, you know, confirmed for that, and that leads into, you know, a lot of, you know, upward attacks and whatnot. But yeah, I don't really like, you know, kind of, you know, doing that too much. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely decent, you know. Just know that it's not something that you should be fishing for. Like, you don't really want to play off of this until like you kind of have to open up that part of your kit. That's not something you want to do, right? You don't want to play off of this, because whiffing wise, if this whiffs, you're punishable. This, as you can see, not that bad. This here, you know, it's kind of whatever. This one here is, you know, really bad in lag wise. This one here is like really bad, but this one here you have no in lag at all. So aerial combat wise, you kind of want to play off of your down 2. It's your best button. We'll talk about some more mind games you can do with that, but just know this attack is cool, but you can kind of like throw it out and then dodge out. But it's not really something you want to throw willy-nilly out there. You can get punished if you abuse that too much. But it is a very good attack because you can charge it. Now, if you do the next hit on the ground, you can get that last hit that applies weaken, which is cool. But I feel like this thing is like never like that consistent. So I don't like using it that much. But if you want to make it to where you always get that hit, you hold LT whenever you do it. So, like, for example, let's say I got it here. Hold on. Let's say I got it here. If you always want to get that second attack to land and you not touch the ground, so that way you don't get this, right? Hold LT right, like this, so you can glide, get it to land. Like you have to be somewhat aerial, get it to land, and it'll always give you that one. So again, it's very like, you know, specific timing wise in order to get, and I just feel like it kind of, you know, messes with your combos anyway. I don't use this in my kit at all, because I feel like it's too like inconsistent of an ability, right? So I don't like using it like that. But so yeah, You have that as an option. I just don't ever use it, ever. I wouldn't recommend you even like play for it because you can't really control if you're going to get it every time. And a lot of the times what will happen is, let's say you do it and you try to do that next attack, it'll actually send you so low underneath them to where they can actually like kill you because you're going for it. So don't go for it. It's kind of bad right now. It doesn't hit every single time, even if they're aerial. Because if it hit every single time like this, then literally Batman would be the new Superman sort of style where you kill someone vertically like 0 health, and you still can do that. I'm gonna show you guys the combos for that, but it's more horizontally. The Superman, you want to kill people horizontally. You had that like 0 to death horizontal combos with Superman before in the beta. You can do that with Batman, and if this would be consistent, then you really would be able to do it easy, but it's not consistent, so I don't use it. But you still have those, and we'll talk about how you can do 0 to deaths vertically or horizontally. So yeah, next up we have your up attack. This is a charge attack, and it's very, very good. Actually like using this because it's very good to like confirm into your up 2. In certain scenarios it'll link into your up 2, but I actually like doing it because it's very good if you do it and you just kind of wait, people dodge, and then you do your up 2 as well. So it's like a very good like send them into the air and then like kind of touch them after type deal, right? Like that. The next thing you know, they're all the way in the air. So I love doing this as a free pop-up because if you can let that land, then they're kind of like really, really in trouble. And if you charge it, there's a lot of damage, right? As you can see, you get people up really, really early. So I actually really like that move. You kind of want to use it. There's going to be combos where you're going to need to use that. It's also just a very good attack because you can charge it up. If it had armor, I mean, that would be kind of OP. It's a really good kill move as well, though. But then you have your jab. Upwards is basically the same thing, except whenever it's like neutral, it won't do anything. But if you do it and it actually lands, it'll do it twice, as you just saw. And then it'll apply in a stack of weaken, right? So, like so, right? And as you can see, so again, you kind of, this is like your best friend. If like you're going to get, let's say you touch someone and you know they're like to jump a lot. Throw this out and then touch up air, right? So like throw it out, go up air. If you're going against someone where you're like doing this is a very good sequence because if this lands, they dodge, you re-DI again, and then you touch, right? So yeah, very, very effective like way to kind of abuse that there because you can really kind of cheese people with that. But then your down one is also really, really good. I love this move because it's your armor breaker. It has great range to it, right? As you see, very good neutral pull. And the reason why I like it is because if you do hit or if you don't hit, it's like if you don't hit, you have a lot of in lag, so you can get punished. But it's still safe to throw this out because it leads into combos, right? So this is literally an engagement tool. This is your range finder, right? So let's say you're playing off of your jab 2, your jab 1. Your jab 1 has decent range, right? But it doesn't reach as far as this one does. So not only that, but this applies weaken. So you want to play off of this because this is your range finder. You can do this into combos, right? You can do it into setups. Like you don't have to always get a combo from it. You can like do like that, right? So yeah, as you see, like you have a bunch of combos you can use off of it right there. You don't have to like go crazy with it. Play for someone dodging, right? So as you can see, you can go crazy with this. You kind of want to play it, but you can also do like this. You can even do like that with it. Touch, 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 touch. Right, as you see, you can even link it off of something like that, right? Right, so yeah, like you really do have options here. So there's no like, this is your best friend. Right, as you can see, combos galore off of this move. Like you can really like mix it up. As you can see, very, very nice combos that you can do off of your down one. Your down one is your best friend. You can even do like down one into dodge, bing, bing, batarang, bing, 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 and then touch like that. If you want to use the bar, you can to do a dodge jump to make that aerial like commit. As you can see, like very, very good move to kind of combo off of. You can do like that, try and touch with that as well. He's not doing it. Let's see here. Yeah, he's not doing it anymore. There we go. So yeah, like you can kind of play off of this one here. I don't know, my dodge and come out there. Play like off of it like that as well. So as you can see, like you just have a lot of options off of it. And as you can see, you're like looking at, you know, that territory. So very good button to play off of. If you make a hard read to kill that situation, very, very good button. Your down one is literally your footsies button. This is how you kind of play this, throw that out, right? And it has very sneaky range. Like a lot of people talk about, like for example, this hit, this I'll stand right here. So I'll basically stand right here and look at my feet. All right, so it didn't land right here. Put my foot right here. Didn't land right here. Hold on, let's get back to neutral here. Cool. Didn't land right there. If I put it right about right here, let me just reset it again. All right, that'll land. So now let's take that same scenario. Let's change fighters really quick, and let's use Finn, a character who has, you know, really, really good footsies or whatever, right? And then we'll put him in the exact same spot where his foot was, right? And this is a character that is considered to have the best, like, you know, range, right? Really, really nasty range, right? Let's compare this to a character like Wonder Woman, right? Hold on, let me make sure. If I'm gonna play Wonder Woman, I gotta put on my skin. Yep. All right. A character who has literally some of the best range in the game, as you can see. So you're able to hit at the exact same range that they are. As you can see, it's not hitting there, right? It is hitting there though. Same thing with Finn. We put him, you know, past that line, and you're gonna see he doesn't hit. Oh, wrong button. My fault. Doesn't hit, right? So like, again, a lot of people are not, you know, thinking of Batman as a range character, but his down, you know, one is literally your range button, and it's very, very effective. Even take a look at a character like Joker, who is known for, you know, his little bang bang, you know, shots, right? Put him on the line, doesn't hit. Put him in the same spot that the other characters are. His feet are a little bit weird. So as you can see, great range character, right? So again, you're competing with the best range characters in the game by using your down one instead of your jab. So don't play off of your jab if you're playing Batman. You want to play off of your down one. I mean, your jab is still a good combo, you know, initiator as well, definitely. But you can enter the same combos with that as well. So just know you can do that. Anyways, moving on. So whenever you aerial, you have the downward kick flip as well. This is cool because it automatically leads into like another, let's say if you're higher up, you can lead it into if you hold LT while you're doing it, right? So let's say here you're holding LT, boom, you can lead it into a punch like so. That really works really well. You can do it into another jump here like so, just into that, right? That works really well. Or you can link it into your up two from the ground, and that links really well as well, like that. But your best one is going to be your up one after you do that one, right? So yeah, these are good combos for you to kind of use stuff. Just know what you can link off of, like so, right? I don't know why he didn't dodge. He could dodge out of that, so I'm not sure what he had going on in his mind there. Yeah, as you can see, very, very good combos that you know can do with the character. Just know, like, he is, you know, extremely, you know, good whenever he's, you know, touching people, you know, from here. So yeah, cool combos. Character saucy. There we go. I was about to say, you know, I need you to dodge that. I don't want you to think I don't want people to think that that's good or not. You're gonna know what's, you know, link up and what's not. So very good kick. You can use it in many different scenarios. Cool. Let's get on to the specialties where you get all your cool stuff. So Bat Bomb is basically your, how can I say it? It's basically your easy way to kill people. Now, my recommendation for using Bat Bomb, if you press Y, your next attack, whether it's a jab or it's this, it is going to put a bomb on that's going to do a counter, right? So this bomb, right, is really, really effective at forcing people to dodge. So if you know your combos, right, now you're looking at very, very nasty kill that situations from combos. As you can see, that's just one that I just kind of free flowed with. I know so many combos with this character, I can just free flow with him, and you'll get to that point too. But you put this bomb on, you hit him with any attack, and then you're going to be able to free flow so much, and it kind of extends your combo ability. Now there are going to be certain combos that I'm going to show you where you actually like make people like dodge on purpose, so that way they spin the bar, so that way the bomb goes off right after they dodge, for the combos where it's not guaranteed linkages. So you're using your actual button press to force them to dodge, because if they don't dodge, whenever, let's say I have the bomb on them and then I do this attack, right, and then they dodge this one, cool. I know combos where if I land the bomb, that the bomb is going to go off right after you dodge, and then after I do this, I do my up to, and then I connect, and then I punish you for dodging. That's called an option select, which means we make you come off the resource and you still pay for it. So we'll get into that a little bit deeper down the line. So you kind of want to, you know, master, you know, Bat Bomb. Cool thing about Bat Bomb is you can actually put it on your Batarang, and now your Batarang actually applies it as well. And this is actually good because this actually makes it to where once you grab this Batarang back, notice how your cooldown for this is a lot shorter. So for example, throw this out, cool. Hits, cool. Notice how your cooldown is really long still, right? But let's say I throw this out with the Batarang, cool. Boom, boom, boom. I grab it back, they both don't have a cooldown. So you can throw this out pretty much always. So that way you always kind of have this, you know, ready, right? If you don't nothing happens with it, then look, you get it back pretty much immediately, right? So you kind of want to, you know, throw this out, you know, fairly quick. You don't kind of want to play with it too long, but as you can see, if you do it like I just did it there, throw it out, kind of maybe do one dodge, let it come back, you're going to get both of those back without any cooldown. So this is, again, just free setup, so that way you never have to worry about this not being, you know, of use. You can even do two and you're still going to get it back, and as you can see, they're going to be right back. So this is very important for your kit. You need to always have these, you know, somewhat up, unless you actually got it to explode. You don't want this to go to waste. You really don't, right? Right, so again, you get it back, and the only thing that's left now is just that cooldown for that Bat Bomb. So off of me just doing some BS, not really, you know, trying to, you know, make it optimal right now, I'm still getting, you know, a lot of damage off of that alone. So your Bat Bomb is literally kill confirms. Think of it as like, if I put this thing on you and I touch you once, you need to have a combo for every single button that you click. If that button puts a Bat Bomb on them, you need to have a combo that's going to send them high enough aerial to where if they dodge, it'll blow up whenever they do dodge. It'll blow up right after and kill them, or it'll lead into them getting popped up into you doing another attack that will kill them, or it actually being a part of a guaranteed combo, exploding at the perfect time to where you can extend your combos that normally wouldn't link up, but it's like it's an extra bit of hit stun right in that gap, right? So that's what you kind of want to use that for. And there's a lot of stuff that goes into Bat Bomb, but literally, it's cool. And again, if you did use your Bat Bomb, or the Bat Bomb's in your hand, you press Y again, now your fists are electrocuted. This basically allows for you to apply electric damage. As you can see, you do a jab, and it'll do some electric damage for a while. So let's say you do a little basic combo here. Hold on.
This one's for Shaggy.
Right, and now you're looking at the ability to kind of, you know, stack on a lot much more damage, just for the fact that right, you're able to get a lot more damage just from popping this. So I always have these active. Anytime I'm doing anything, I have these active, because you just never know when you're going to hit someone, right? So always have that active. You always want to kind of be popping that. And it's also really good for, like, you know, slowing your fall. I really like doing it for situations like that, because it really does help out a lot whenever it comes to that, right? So let's say you're out here and you're kind of using your specials, even though if you're going to use a special, you kind of want to use either glide, or you kind of want to use your thing to get you back immediately. So your disadvantage state is really good. We'll talk about how to, you know, survive disadvantage, but just know it does slow your fall quite a bit as well. So that's basically that. Then we have grapple snipe. Grapple snipe is basically your engagement tool, but you have to be careful with it because it has a pretty long, like, startup, so it's very punishable. But you can cancel it with the jump. A lot of people don't cancel it with the jump, but I love doing it off of the jump because a lot of people parry preemptively, and this means you don't have to come off the resource, right? And this is really cool. But if you didn't know, this is actually considered a projectile, and we'll talk about this with a few other different perks in a bit. But this is considered a projectile. So if this lands, there's a chance that this gives you damage, right? So really, really cool ability. But just know you can cancel it with the jump, cancel it with the dodge, you can cancel it with the parry. So you can literally do this move. They're gonna like, let's say let's say someone's like trying to like jab in between your gap, right? Cool, I'll parry, jab that, like. And this is really, really effective. And the better you get at timing this, like, okay, I dare you to do something and then parry them. Or you can do it, stop it, and then enter with that. Or you can do it, get above them, and then enter with that. Or if you don't feel like using the dodge bar, you can just jump up and then enter in with that, right? And then jump out of that. Or you can do it like that as well. Or you can just simply jump up and do like that. Or you can simply jump up and then go away and bait, right? But I like doing it like that. Again, you have multiple different options from using this. Literally, this is free engagement. The only way this move gets you in trouble is if you're doing it up close and it's not a part of a combo. The startup for this is going to get you killed. Like, I just want you to know that the startup of this move will get you messed up if you're just doing this like every single time. Like, if people are reading that you're about to do this, they can literally react to it and then jump up and then touch you. But again, that's where you kind of want to like, okay, bet. Like, so there's all kind of, you know, mind games to play off of this, but just know that's your engagement tool. It'll lock onto any target, it'll lock onto any wall, right, and bring you immediately over, right? So let's say you use all of your resources. All you need is one special to be able to, you know, touch. Again, you can get one special.
This isn't over yet.
You're gonna go back to the ground. So let's say you use that one, you can get all the way back to the ground. And the cool thing is, even if it whiffs, it actually does like still boost you a little bit as well, which is really, really effective actually. And it's also really just good at stalling, right? You can hold it and it'll stall. So very, very effective, you know, button. Literally you can use it in so many different routes. It's actually kind of amazing. Cool. Now the next one that we have here is the Batman can charge an upward that launches him into the air. It's the same thing up there. Your up to is literally just damage. The hitbox on this is beautiful. Not on the ground, it's not crazy, but in the air, it is insane. Your hitbox, like literally, like you're gonna touch everyone. Your cape is the hitbox, pretty much. So beautiful hitbox. If they don't dodge, you're probably gonna get hit by that. It covers a very, very wide area. And then now you're down to. I say this one for last because this is literally your most important ability. This ability makes the character. Now, a lot of people do not pay attention to this. So I want you to look at his passive ability really quick. It says Ninja Training. While invisible, Batman's attacks apply 2 stacks of weaken. Also, Batman can dodge upwards from the ground. There's going to be certain combos where we have to use that, but this is actually really important because let's say you do an attack, you can dodge immediately up. So a lot of people don't know, but if you like try and dodge forward after your jab, like it's a little, you know, kind of slower. But if you do it from this one here, hold on, it's immediate. It's like the animation cancels. Like it's insane how fast it is. But just know if you dodge up, it's like very, very fast for some reason. Like, and it also goes really, really high up. And this is actually really important whenever it comes to, you know, making Batman a very defensive character because you can dodge up and then do this. So let's say you do an attack, you're kind of waiting for him to do something, or let's say you're kind of doing the little dodge dance right now with someone. You're kind of throwing stuff out. You don't really know what's going to hit. So let's say you do this, and you let's say you do this and you throw the batarang that way. And you don't really know if it's going to hit. You're just kind of playing off of it, that kind of thing. Batman's neutral is insane because you can kind of do this and then kind of play off of just that alone, and that's a good way to stop people from just like dodging between and whatever. You can throw this out, Batman the other way, and dodge the other way, and just kind of play like that. So you can't really like do the whole like easy like, oh, I'm just run up to him, dodge and then punch. Like you can't do that against Batman because if he notices that you're doing that, you can just throw this out and then batarang the other way and then dodge into it and then dodge into it and like you're gonna get caught, right? So you can't really do that with Batman. So yeah, but also you can just straight up just do a dodge and then just dodge straight up and be like, okay, I'm gonna let you whiff, and while you're whiffing, I'll do this, because from this I can do this attack, or I can do this attack and touch you like this, or I can do this attack and I can touch you like this. So again, aerially is where you're dominant at, right? So it's very effective. But also, let's say you're going to get the character who likes to, you know, dodge up, like for example Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn gets destroyed by Batman because he kills very fast vertically and she's very light, and this attack literally blows her up. But also this can like stop her projectile and you can interrupt that gap because most characters can't like dodge up and then straight up punish. So he can just straight up be invulnerable while he's dodging up, while she's doing her little projectile, and then touch her. So Harley Quinn does not want to be in the air against a good Batman because he can do that. Let's say you're doing this a lot, right? Or what you should be doing is this. Let's say you're doing this and this whips. Immediately get up out of there. Cool. Boom. Right? Or let's say you're doing like this. And now you're up here, right? So again, you can kind of use this to animation cancel a lot. This is really, really important. Right? The moment that an attack lands, you're kind of out of there, right? And let's say it whiffs. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's say it whiffs here. Hold on. Right, you can always get up out of there. Again, this move is punishable. It's very reactable to the punish as well. You have some in lag, but that's fine. You don't want to worry about that too much. But from your jump, it automatically animation counts. So if you want to be the safer option, use this. So less range, but safer. But if you're wanting to, use your range, you can still do that same sort of mind game there. And it's actually good because you can actually use that as a parry timing too, low key. So yeah, like that. But yeah, just know like this is really, really effective. Really, really effective. So yeah, that's basically that move, your dodge upwards. But back to like the whole passive thing. While invisible, Batman's attacks apply 2 stacks of weaken. And look at his smoke bomb. Batman detonates a smoke bomb that creates a smoke hazard. So basically anytime you see smoke, it makes it to where it's hard for people to see you. But on top of that, he actually becomes invisible, which means now any attack that Batman does while he's in the smoke applies 2 stacks of weaken. 4, 5. Now this attack at 19 is doing so much damage, right? So this is really, really important, not only to just kind of playing the game. Let's say you get a bunch of these. This now sends someone flying. And that's what weaken does. It basically allows for them to get more knockback, basically. So 2 stacks of weaken from that is insane because you can actually kind of like do this mid combos and like get a lot from it. So like you can do like this and look at how that sends them up, right? So now you do another combo and now you're looking at causing a lot of havoc. Now I haven't really been able to find any combos that really are how can I say it, like in the middle of that, but I do know of a way that you can do like a setup where like you're doing this sort of hold on, let me see if I can get it here. Tough. I'll just do it like this. Bing, 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 bing. Right? And that's a good setup for corner because now off a corner, this attackers are going to touch him down, this attackers are going to touch him down, and they already apply stacks of weaken themselves, right? Right, so now that's 4, that's 5. As you can see, now they're really, really low, and all of these attacks now have an opportunity to kill. So that's a good, way to kind of like put pressure on that because it makes you invisible, right? So you're harder to see. But also, just for the simple fact of, kind of, doing it in a combo like that, touch them in the air. You can even pop them up in the air, like do like that, because then that can even touch them if, they're trying to, just get out of there. Hold on, let's see here. Give me a sec. Wrong one. Like this. Like that, right? If they're trying to dodge immediately, that can, touch them. You kind of wait that out a little bit, like so. Touch them. Ooh, that would have been the one. But you can use that to kind of apply stacks of weaken. Or you can even do the up 2 here. Like that. Now that's 3. So now you're touching them, right? So you're getting them in trouble at that point. Or you can just simply do I messed that up. Cool. And then now you're touching them, and now you can actually use your batarang here, which can also get them in trouble. Or you can just simply do this as well. Touch them here, touch them there. Wish the batarang was there, but yeah, now in this you can throw this batarang out, and that can do you a lot of damage. Do it like this.
This one's for Shaggy.
Now you have a very, very nasty combo that you can use in order to kind of, get some of that stuff to kind of happen here.
This one's for Shaggy.
So yeah, very, very cool. And you'll know that you're in it the moment that your character's invisible. If your character's not invisible, you're no longer in it. As you can see, you have to be in it you have to basically be touching the center. And notice how you can go out a little bit and still get that attack weaken to kind of apply, right? So as long as you throw this out, it's going to be, you know, somewhat good for you, right? So just know, as long as you see the black, as you can see, it's still applying weaken. It's more of like, you don't have to sit in it, you just have to touch it. Now, as you can see, that's 3 stacks of weaken. Go back into it. Now there's 5 stacks of weaken. A lot of people don't know that about the kit. You don't have to like constantly sit in it. Like, you just get into it, use it as a way to, so you always basically want to use this on cooldown, always, because it's just 3 stacks of weaken. It's free pressure, it's free invisibility. Use it every single time it's off a cooldown. But also, you can use this kind of like a Black Adam's bubble, where projectiles get immediately ignored except some heavy projectiles. But other than that, like, you're pretty much going to like use this to ignore projectiles, and you're gonna dodge them, which is a good thing. So yeah, also it says to begin to recharge your dodge meter, but I actually have never seen that work like that very well. Like, I don't think it's that like good. So I mean, cool, but like I said, I don't really see that being that important. It's the only thing I've seen in the game that allows you to kind of rebuild your dodge meter, because you don't gain it naturally. So I mean, I guess it could be cool. The main thing you want to use it for is for the invisibility, so you can hide your attacks, and also for the stacks of weaken. And remember, you just have to walk into it and you'll be invisible. As long as you're black, they can't see you. As long as you're black, you can't see you. It's like the thief in the night, you know what I'm saying? Pause. All right. But also, then you have your also basically, let's say it's on cooldown. This is still a great attack. This attack is actually really nasty. As you can see, there's 6 health. Look at how high it popped them up, right? Now, you can't get any combos off of this, any like guaranteed linkages. That will be broken. But this move is like really good at popping people up, whether you have it or not. Like, it's still going to do an attack. So like, just know you get this attack, and not only that, it hits above you, so you can actually use it as an up special, like so. It's a really good move. It hits in every direction. As you can see, it hits above me, right?
Deploying smoke.
So like, let's say you're using it in the dodge, it's very good. Like, let's say you don't know which way they're gonna DI, right? You can just throw it out, wait till after, touch, cool, right? So very good attack.
Cover activated.
And as you can see, it really does, you know, kind of, you know, explode people. It's also a decent kill option. It's not that great. It's more of like a set out amount early. So you really want to use it only for like kind of early thing. But as you can see, chances of killing is really good, right? So people don't use that button enough, but it's really good. I like doing it straight into this. As you can see, like combo wise in twos, like with an Aria, that's pretty much like a death combo, right? So you can just literally do this in like a team format. You're making your whole team invisible. You move everybody away. So like ability wise, it's just insane. Like, even off of this from an engagement, let's say you're playing out here, okay, boom, invisible, bing. That's really dangerous, right? That's really look at how far up I sent them in a twos like format. That's an invisible attack. You do that into that, that's force them to use that dodge. That's an extremely deadly situation early game. Like, that's free kills at that point, right? So you kind of want to use this ability. It's very friendly. It's very cool. You can use it at any point in time where you would want. It's like kind of your best friend. You can also use it off of this like that, and that's a good one. So let's say you do this here, like, again, you send them really high up, right? And you can touch them right there again. So yeah, very cool, like, you know, combos that you have kind of going on with this one here. And again, the more damage that you do with this, the better off you're going to be. So let's say you do like this, bing, right? Very cool. Or let's say you do like this, right? Now you're sending them way out there. So as you can see, like, really effective combos, man. Like, really effective combos. You can do like this. Hold on. See here. That's not what I did. I tried to do the other one there, but I didn't do it. How tough I messed it up. It's tough I messed it up too. Ah, that stuff. I did the other one. I did the other one. Stop it. There we go. I did the other one. I'm doing it, please. I promise I am. That's not the one I wanted. That's the easier one. I'm trying to do the harder one. There we go. All right, you can do like that with it as well, and that is very, very effective for like, you know, like doing like, you know, combos while still like keeping your ability to kind of, you know, play like that, right? So as you can see, like you have quite a lot of options whenever it comes to like, but just playing off of this alone, like that's very, very effective. Like, you know, like as you can see, like very, very effective at getting people in the air really early. So yeah, you're gonna touch people up with this. You have to use this, and remember it. Like, let's say you popped it already, it's on cooldown, doesn't matter. Hold on, popped it already. Boom, boom. Still same knockback, right? So extremely early kills, man. Like, and again, let's say we put them, you know, let's say you get one combo because your combo should hit them for 50. So let's say you got one combo, slide, do it, touch them. You would probably want to do it like this at that point. Again, you're sending them up there, right? You can also do like that as well, but you can touch them like that. Now they're looking at, you know, that scenarios, right? But yeah, as you can see, very, very effective. And there are certain scenarios. This is your best friend. Remember, 360 degree, well, 180 degree hitbox hits around you. It's basically a bubble. Think of it like Wonder Woman's attack, but without armor, and very quick. Like much quicker than hers. If you're not charging it, right? As you can see, I forgot what percentage is this a kill at. It could be 119. Let's see. No. Is it off of a different button then? I don't remember. I killed off of this off of something. It might have been off of I don't know. It was something where I was able to get this to kill really early. I forgot though, but anyways, not important, doesn't really matter. But yeah, as you can see, like you can kind of go crazy with that. That's another great kill option you have. Just this kills people, you know, quite easily. This kills people quite easily. These are your horizontal kills. This is a like vertical / horizontal kill. This is a horizontal kill. This is a horizontal killer, very good. This is a horizontal killer, very good. Those are kind of your, you know, your kill options there. But that's pretty much everything off of the move list, right? So I've kind of shown you like a good bit of stuff with the thing with those. Now, oh, I forgot the special. So whenever you're aerial and if you hold LT, you can glide, right? So that's cool. While you're gliding or while you're just in the air, if you do down 2, this attack is very beautiful because it literally has a continual hitbox and you can jump out of it, right? So it's the same sort of scenario like this, right? Except it's aerial, which basically means, and also you can cancel out of this at any point in time. So you can land it and then go straight into it, or you can fake the hitbox and go into the combo like so, right? And then that's nasty damage. But you can also fake out of it like that, dodge behind them, and then go that way. This is one of my favorite ways of using this, doing like that, touching there, and then getting them up out of there. So I engage with this and then touch right there, maybe get them one of those or whatever. Literally, this is your best friend, right? Literally, this is, you can also use it like in that sort of regard, or you can use it like this. Let's see here, you can use it like this. Hold on, give me a second. Like that as well, or you can do like this, like that. That's a very, very effective way of using it. Let's see here. Sorry, my inputs are a little bit bad right now. I'm a little bit tired, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, if you're doing this, this is like basically to the point to where like how do you get in, right? Because as you can see, you can angle that like this. That's a really hard scenario to kind of get yourself out of, right? Bro, I'm so tired. Like, that's a very hard scenario to get yourself out of because you're basically using a ranged attack built off of this that leads into a combo, right? So like you can even do that one as well if you want to kind of like play with it a little bit, or you can just go straight into it. So that makes it to where like you're very, very scared to kind of, you know, play around with. you don't really want to kind of play around with the Batman whenever he's doing his down special. He's very, very deadly. Well, a good Batman is, at least. And also you can cancel after the hit to get a combo, but it also just guarantees the combo hit as well. But for like higher healths, you kind of want to do this so you can dodge up like that, and then touch him like that. So yeah, that's a good way to kind of do that. But so yeah, let's say you land this hit, you can do like that, and that can give you, or you can do like this, throw that hit out, get that guaranteed combo. Cool. As you can see, like, pretty much free engagement tools. You can't do it off of that until you get to later health though. Tough. But yeah, anytime you land this is guaranteed, by the way. Like if you do it like this is guaranteed to land, so that's just a free BNB right there. So again, it's got combos. Anytime your aerial lands, you're up to is guaranteed, unless they're somewhat, if they're around 60 70 health, then you might have to do like this into a dodge to get that to land. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much that, right? So you kind of want to go crazy with that. So yeah, like, I mean, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory what you can do with this. You just use it as a combo. Anytime you land, you can immediately go into another move like that. So you animation cancel it. Also, it's literally your best aerial weapon. You kind of want to engage with it. If I'm pressuring someone off the edge, I'm pressuring them with this because I can dodge out of it, I can jump out of it, right? So I can literally like do the attack, jump out of it, and do another one to double down on it. Let's say if like I touch someone here, for example, let's say I touched him here, dodge this way, bring him into the wall, and then touch him again. So like you can do a lot of like kind of like that old Superman or Tom and Jerry gameplay. People just don't think of it enough, but like this is literally like touch them, they're dead, right? So like literally one combo that you can do is, I wish I could show it here. You can like touch him, and that is extremely deadly early game that you can do that with. But you don't even have to do it off of that. You can actually even just do like this, touch him again, and then like do that like that, right?
I've got
so
slobber all over me.
just know that you can still do that. So yeah, I mean, very cool stuff. Kind of super cool. Just, you know, you kind of want to be careful with it because you are dropping down. If you don't have any more resources, let's say you use all you're screwed, you're done. So be careful with that, you know.
I've got slobber all over me.
So yeah, like you can kind of go crazy with that. Just be careful. So yeah, that's kind of one of your kill options you can do if they're like early game and they get under like really quick. Push with that, touch them with that, and touch, right? And there's multiple different ways to kind of, you know, play around with that. If you don't want to do this, you can do like that, then touch again, then touch like that. So yeah, just know you can kind of go crazy with that. You can do like that twice if you wanted to, or if you want, you can just straight up do like this and then go down again. That's a good option. So you can be like this, touch down, and then try and get them into the wall, or you can do like this, touch down. Hold on a second. You can do like this, hit, touchdown. Hold on, my fault. You can do like this, drop down after you touched him, and then hit him with another down one. Or you can like, how can I say it? Do like this, dodge down, touch him, and then touch him with that as well. Or you can just straight up go for it, go to the side after you do it, and then kind of go crazy with that. Or you can just go straight down, touch side, then touch down. Or like I said, he's got a lot. Once you hit, so let's say you hit, right, dodge out, or you can jump off of it, like that, touch there, then touch down. Or you can do like this, touch down after, then touch side, then touch down again. Again, like you have so many options. I wish, like, it's really hard to show that unless I had a person kind of playing right there, and none of my friends are on right now. But just know that like this is like free combos. Like you literally can like kill the heck out of people like early game. Think of it like Soups or like Tom and Jerry gameplay where you would play this sort of like style. So yeah, very effective stuff. Very easy to kill with. And again, you can't really get in trouble for it because you can dodge immediately. So like free, you know, like free, you know, pressure. And I like to just slide off the edge here and then do like that, because you don't have to use
Deploying
anything.
smoke.
You can even do it off of the smoke, so now you're invisible. They can't really tell where you are, and so that's very effective. Remember, anytime you're black, they can't see you at night. Or he's dodging away. I thought I put dodge toward. Maybe I'll put dodge away after his son. Maybe he'll. Maybe it's like their own thing. I don't know. This game is weird in the train. Okay, but he's doing it right there. Huh? Cool. Also, if someone's dodging away to try and get that batarang to not hit, you can always touch him with that, and it'll still land like that, right? And also a combo for that would be this here. That'll still explode, and you can still touch right there. So even if someone DIs, like, you gotta adjust like mid combo. There are certain combos that you can't like touch DI wise, no matter what you do. There's 1,000 different options, and I'll go over all of those as well for you guys. But anyways, yeah, like basically you kind of want to, let's say, for example, let's just say I landed this one here. Let's just say I did this. Tough. I'll just do it off of this one here. Bing, bing, bing. Oh, it's not gonna land. So we'll just do it like this. Hold on, let's see here. Bing, 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 bing. That's not gonna land. Bing, bing. Cool, that one right there. Well, he's still dodging away, bro. I want him to dodge towards. Dodge toward after hit stun. Now dodge toward, please. Please. There we go. Now he's dodging toward. Cool. Cool. So like now you can do like this. I'm holding my dodges a little bit too long. Bing. Hold on. Bing, 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 bing. And you can touch like that and then do like that. Also, this is really good to make sure that like you keep people like where you want them to go. So let's say you touch, or let's say you like get a hit, but like the hit naturally wants you to like go this way, and this is not the way you want to go. You can like hit this way and then like send them this way. Or let's say you can hit this way and then hold on, you can send them this way and then go that way, right? So you can keep your pressure. Like let's say you worked a while, or you did a combo that allowed for you to bring it from one side to the other side. You can use this as a reset to make sure that they keep going the way that you want them to go as well. So that's basically that. So now since we talked about all of his moves and I showed you a few of his little, you know, whatevers, basically we talked about this, right? How you can hold this for like parries and stuff like that, right? Right, that move you kind of want to really abuse that, because that's really going to be in your favor. But anytime this lands, you can cancel out of it immediately as well. So like now this is a combo, right? Hold on, he's a little bit higher up. This is a combo that works no matter how someone DIs. This will work on every character in the game. This is always going to touch someone no matter what DI they're using. Just to kind of go ahead and show that here. Dodge after his stun. He's going to do a different one. Always going to work. So again, let's do a different one here. Dodge away. That's tough. Oh, I'm tripping. I'm doing the wrong combo. Cool. Also, if that happens, you can actually, if they do that, you can actually extend it as well. Messing it up a little. Bruh. See, that's a combo now because they touch the ground. Anytime you see someone wall bouncing, that's now a combo, so you get to extend that a little bit more. So they don't want to do that. See how that bounces? Bing. Hold on, I can actually extend that a little bit more. Bing, bing. See, he didn't touch the ground there, but that's fine too. Tough. So yeah, as you can see, like you can kind of extend that like quite a lot if they do this way. So again, you don't really have to worry about that. You can also do like that to get that to happen. So again, you kind of don't want to do that way against a Batman. If you're gonna do it, even still, you again, like I said, like this is combos, right? right? Again, now you're looking at, you know, really deadly stuff. So you, again, you do not want to do that against Batman. But again, you're still going to have combos. You have to like be able to read DI in this game if you're kind of wanting to, you know, be a combo character. You can still do that again still though. I don't like how he's not dodging though. Again, that'll still land. Why is he not dodging though? Hold on. Dodge. Cool. Like that, right? So you can even do that one as well if you wanted to. So yeah, like this is one of those combo routes where you never have to worry about what they're doing. You're always going to be able to kind of, you know, cheese with that. Like that. As you can see, it's a lot of damage you can get just from, you know, doing that. But that's all based off of how they DI. Again, you just kind of react to it. So yeah, cool deal. And then last one here. Dodge neutral after hit stun. Let's do that one. Wrong way. I messed it up. I did a dodge attack for no reason. I messed it up. Tough. You can also do like that if you want to like save a little bit of time, but not really that important. But again, either way it goes, you can always go into this as well. I keep doing that. Right? And that's cool. Or you can do like this. Bing, bing, bing. Kind of get them in the air so that way you can kind of like play around with that a little bit. And you can also use this as a reset option as well. So like... Right? Again, like play with that. And from that hit of the batarang, you can actually do this as well. Bruh. Keep doing that. Bing, 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 bing. Touch him there. And that's a really good option there. He only was able to parry it because I timed it wrong. Bing, 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 right, boom. And that's, you know, a very good, you know, kill option there. It's made your if you're getting parried off of this is because you're timing it bad. You should never get parried off of this because your goal is basically for them to be scared of that, because at any point in time where this would land, hold on, I messed it up. At any point in time where that would land, you're able to get like something like this off. You would be able to get off like something like this, or you'd be able to get off something like this or something like that, right? And that's the whole point, or something like this. That's the whole point of this button, is to throw off their parry timing. You want to think of it like that, right? Something along that sort of line of sight, or you can even do like this, even like that, and then touch right there. So again, you have quite a few options there. Any one of those that you want to use, you kind of want to go crazy with that, or you can just go straight into a setup as well. And then that's like, you got a lot of pressure from that. Like you can even extend that combo right there. If they're going back into you, you force them to go away because you're starting off, you know, somewhat aerial, right? So right, you force them to go somewhat aerial. You don't want to do a double jump right there. You just want to do kind of just one. Again, just one, touch them. And then I did two again, but that's funny. Yeah, so yeah, hopefully you guys like see the power and the potential in that, because now that's a combo again. So again, you force them to kind of like either jump up, which again, they can't jump up because you can read that and then touch them like that, right? Because this move is very beautiful. So it's a lot of pressure off of you just, you know, kind of doing this. Like, as you can see, being touch. Ooh, that will be a good way for me to show y'all the combos that you can do with that. But I don't think I'd be able to, bing, bing, bing. Ah, tough. It would have been nice. It's hard to do it because you kind of can't, you know, if he's instant hit stunning, but like, these are very good combos that you can do. Let me see. Let me actually see if I can try to show you a few of them here. Let's see. Bing, bing. He's going to instant parry though. Let's see here. Oh, that would have been a beautiful one too. Hold on, let's see.
Sandwiches.
tough. That would have been the one. That was a perfect angle too. Tough. I'll just do 2 here. There we go. Bing, bing. Beautiful, right? So like I said, like that's just one of the simpler ones, but I wish I could show you some of the ones where I can get them to go back here, but I can't really. Let's see if I moving forward. Now since we talked about pretty much all of his, you know, kind of, you know, just routes and whatnot, basically your easiest linkage off of this is this into that, right? That is going to work pretty much like anything. Let's go ahead and max it out. If it is maxed out, if they're higher health, then you kind of just want to go for the simple up 2 into a jump up 2. But you have to kind of sit on that a little while, or you can dodge jump and do it like that in order to make that guaranteed, or you can do it like this where you dodge jump and get that to land, so that way you can get that hit to go like that. But again, that's a little bit of a harder one to connect, but you can get that to land if your timing is perfect. But if you're like really high up, you just kind of want to do that straight into that. That's how you confirm that. But if they're low health, anything below, I believe 80, you can actually do this here and then go into that, right? So your goal will be to do this. Hold on, this here. Bing, dodge into it, and that can kill. So that's like your combo from like 85 on down all the way to like 60. Whenever they're under 60 or 60 and under, your goal is basically to just do this here, because these will land. It's because I'm running snowball. That's why. Okay. Yeah, it's doing more damage than you're used to. You can always do it like that too, just to kind of make sure it always lands. And you can do that even though I never really use it. That's kind of trash. This one is your best bet. Yeah, that's a way to make it work at pretty much any level as well. I just don't like using that because you force yourself to come off of a dodge. So yeah, I don't really like using that because it's kind of a huge resource waste. But obviously if you're 25, then you don't even have to do anything. You can just get those to land pretty much every time. If you're like kind of playing off of, you know, that sort of game plan, then that's cool. There we go. Like that. There we go. That's one. I probably was just timing it wrong. Hold on, let me try it back at 55 because I swore, I mean 60. I swore I did this on 60. Yeah, it definitely hits on 60. Okay, I was just timing it bad. Okay, I was definitely just timing it bad. There, yeah, I was about to say, bro, I know I did this on 60 before. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, again, there's a lot of, you know, different like mechanics that you can do with it. Obviously dodge jump is just going to be easy to work with because you're kind of boosting yourself, but I don't think it's worth it. But I mean, as you can see, like just one of these and then, you know, they're in a very dangerous situation. Also, there are some combos that you can do if you want to sacrifice. I kind of, you know, messed around with this a little bit. There are a lot of combos that you can do from Skywalker. Skywalker is extremely dangerous. A lot of people aren't using this enough. We're going to talk about perks now, basically. That is extremely deadly because now you can do stuff like that, or you can straight up do this. Is not that you can straight up do this one, right? So now you're looking at like, hold on, I did that too early. Oh, bing. Oh, tough. Bruh. Right, now that's a kill opportunity there, right? So like, I did the timing a little bit bad, so it didn't kill, but there we go. That's the one I was looking for. But see if I can get it high enough. Cool. Boom. There we go. Kill opportunity. So very, you know, cool stuff there. But obviously, if you're trying to just go vertical, you can just kind of do like this. And that's death. So very effective. Or even just a simple here, bing. And you can use that bat bomb to kind of make that scarier as well, just for them. Or you can even do it like this as well. Bing. Then touch them with that. Two-piece there as well, because that's kind of, you know, a thing that just happens, right? All right. So That can also happen as well, but that's a little bit harder to hit. Bing, bing, touch, bing, then touch like that, right? So again, you're looking at some very, very nasty setups off of you doing that there. So is it worth it? Yes, but would I lose the neutral ability just for it? Probably not, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I really wouldn't. And also, whenever you're doing Skywalker, you only get one special, or you only get one neutral attack. So whether it's your up one, or whatever it may be. So for example, let's say you only get the ability to proc one thing here, right? So you can also use this as a way to, like, you know, double proc, but I really wouldn't use it for that. Also, you can kind of like do this sort of game plan too, where you can touch, be like, I wanna do this and put this bomb on you while you're aerial, right? And that could be really effective whenever it comes to, like, you know, sort of like setting up your next attack. And that could put a lot of pressure on someone, especially if you're reading DI. That can be really, really dangerous, right? But you can also do that kind of naturally anyway. But it could be scary to put that bomb right there next to them, because now that opens up you putting that bomb out for free, because it's a free special at that point, right? That's the whole point of it. Oh, tough. Hold on. Now that bomb is, look, like, that's insane kill potential. Let's say there's 0 health there, that's still a kill, right? So, like, for example, let's just go ahead and do that really quick. Cool. Bing, 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 bing. Now, you see what I'm saying? That's extremely deadly, you know, like, abilities just off of you having the ability to kind of, you know, be present there. So yeah, very, very scary stuff. But I mean, you can kill a lot easier than just that. You can just obviously just do this as well, right? That's an easier way to do it, so you can always do that as well. But like, yeah, like, there's a lot of combos that you can do with Skywalker that make this insane for him, because he has a lot of options. Mainly putting that stack of weaken, putting the up two into another up two, or an up two into your regular one. That works very well. Or honestly, you can even kind of go for a down one, because that's very good kill power, so you can do like that as well. Hold on, I messed it up. Bing, 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 and you can do like that, and they'll kind of sit on it at the same time. That's very, very good, because that has like a lot of horizontal and vertical kill power like that, but that's a little bit weird to kind of, you know, angle. But so yeah, if you wanted to do that one, that's another really good option that you could have. It's not really going to kill, but it's definitely going to, like, put them in a much worse position than they already were in, for sure. Like so, and you can use that to kind of like play around like that with it. So yeah, Skywalker is definitely valuable, and if you want to use it, I would not like say don't use it. But the only thing is, you lose your ability to kind of use your dash attack very aggressively, like as an engagement tool, and you just get out neutralized by people who have like armor like Wonder Woman or, you know, Superman. But I mean, then you just have to use more of your skill. So at that point, it's like, what are you really needing? You know, if you need it, then get it. If you don't need it, then it is what it is. You know, I also think that Skywalker is very valuable in just a twos format as well, because one thing people don't talk about is you can jump up where your teammate is, set that as a platform. Like, for example, let's say you're a character with a long special or something like that. Let's go ahead and just use Gizmo for example here. He has Skywalker. So let's just say here I use all of my resources. Now basically I can use that platform. Hold on, let's see here. Bing, 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 bing. Now I can chill out here as long as that special lasts, right? So like, you can use this as a platform, right? So it's very different, but the cool thing is that can also be a platform for your teammates. So let's say your teammates, you know, in a bad situation, you can be like, okay, I got you. And then we use that as an opportunity, right? And again, the longer that you're special or whatever button you're using, let's say you have a charge, right? So for example, you can literally charge this attack, and until that attack's finished, you're going to be using that as a platform. You can use that not only to kind of help your friend out. So like, for example, let's say I do this here, like, okay, bet. And now this is just a straight up platform for you, as you can see. So now you're looking at a very dangerous situation where you're like, now you're able to basically play Steven's game plan, right? But this happens for any character in the game. So like, that's a really, really cool mechanic that you have whenever it comes to platforms. So like, you're able to make your own platform. So in a way, I see in the future it being more valuable than just the armor break. But for right now, for the way that I'm playing, I definitely, myself personally, I'm wanting to kind of play off of, you know, the armor break, just for the fact that I know that not too many people know how to, you know, like abuse that just yet. Know how to stop that. It's just free armor breaks, you know. It's kind of just very valuable at, you know, just beating certain matchups right now. But I will again say that that is very valuable. Now let's go ahead and talk about the perks and editing in here. I realized that like I spent way too much time going over the perks, and well, the difference in the damage numbers between using, you know, flammable dock over snowball effect, and, you know, going over like all of, so I just decided to kind of just, you know, shorten it by just saying basically snowball effect is better than flammable dock, because this flammable dock only affects really your projectile, whether it's off of your, you know, forward special, the little grapple, um and it makes that do more damage. However, that leading into the actual, you know, two combos that we talked about, you do more damage by having snowball effect, because the moment that you are in a 1v1, in 1v1s, this is just a better perk, because the moment you're in the game with the person, they're the only enemy team with damage, so it's automatically going to proc for everything. So you want this because it makes it to where every hit you do is going to do more damage, instead of just the one hit after you, you know, throw a projectile. It forces your combos to be centered around you using a projectile. This makes everything you do touch. Same thing here with Puglist. It kind of does the same thing here. Now static electricity is very cool, and we'll talk about that in a bit, but Puglist is the one that you want to kind of, you know, use unless you're really going for some cool things that you can do and you're just, you know, wanting to switch it up. But I would recommend keeping it simple, so that way you don't have to fish for certain combos. But they're both, you know, very cool options. It's just overall damage wise and consistency wise, you want this loadout here, outside of just having it too fast to block. I think it's just better right now with, you know, the type of things that you're gonna have to face. But I mean, Airwalker is just straight up kill power, so I understand that as well. So yeah, that's basically what I had to say. Douglas is obviously the obvious choice, but you can actually kind of do some cool things with static electricity. And if you're going to use static electricity, I would highly recommend you do not run that's flammable dock, because these two will actually cancel each other out. So for example, I'll show you that really quick. Static electricity basically means the more you run around, like you'll basically develop this meter where you're able to now have these electric fists, which makes your next projectile do damage. So now this attack, instead of it doing 10, 12, or whatever, it's going to do 19. Oh, it's 18. I thought it was 19. Oh, it's because I'm not running. Yeah, it makes sense now. So yeah, it's doing a lot of damage now because of this, right? So this makes it to where that move now becomes a lot scarier, but also its projectile becomes a lot scary, because now just a straight up batarang is going to do around 15 damage. Okay, it's 14 because of the, you know, I don't have the same so loadout on. That's extremely nasty. But let's say you have that flammable dock on while you're doing it now.
This one's for Shaggy.
So right, so he was on fire and he's now electrocuted. Don't get nearly as much damage. So if you're going to run that, you do not run that flammable dock. You want to run snowball effect. So now you can really start getting all your damage, right? So now you get to the point where you can do something like this. Hold on, that stuff. How are these combos whiffing right now? That's insane. Something like this. Now that combo is doing a crazy amounts of damage, right? So yeah, and again, the more you extend those combos, the better off it's going to be. But it also is just really effective for the simple fact of making this attack here now do a lot of damage. like a lot of damage. So yeah, you kind of want to run that with snowball effect, for the simple fact that, again, if let's say I went ahead and finished that combo up there, now this into this into this, now that is going to be doing, you know, insane amounts of damage over time, 36. And if I had the, you know, that's flammable dock, I'll just go ahead and put it on so that we can see. Cool deal here. Cool. Now you went from doing 36 to 34. As you can see, less damage. So again, don't stack those two because they kind of cancel each other out. And that's not a combo where they cancel each other out. The crazier combos where they do cancel each other out. Where you don't have your static electricity lasting for that long. And also you can't pair this with your own electric hands. It'll cancel each other out as well. And this one is always going to be better than your regular one because this one ticks forever, and this one, your flammable only ticks for like a second, and then your regular fist only ticks for like 2 seconds. So it doesn't really, like, you know, make a point. But there's actually some cool stuff that you can do with static electricity that makes it worth it in the long run. So for example, if you're doing your forward attacks, anytime you're moving, it's the game basically is telling you, not only does it look really cool, but it's the game basically telling you that, hey, you are building your charge. If you're doing these attacks, notice how you're building your charge. So I'm not going to move, right? And look, I'm able to build my charge, right? See, I didn't move. I'm attacking. Another one that this works for is the dodge attack, right? And remember how we have these attacks here. Now look, I'm able to build charge without ever having to just simply walk around, right? So I can just be sitting here kind of doing whatever, waiting for my point, bing, 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 right? And now these are all combos where, again, you're supposed to stay on the ground, right? Bing, 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 bing. Now you're able to get that charge while you're in the middle of doing a combo. And that can be nasty because then now you can do something like this, right? So let's say you're just walking around, boom, bing, 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 bing. Now look at that. You're exploding people at that point, right? So that's extremely, extremely dangerous, extremely, extremely good. So let's say you walk around a little bit, bing, bing, right? That's extremely dangerous, and that's me not even optimizing. Let's go ahead and actually optimize it here. I messed it up. That's fine. That's tough. If that would have landed, that would have been an insane amount of damage into a very good setup as well. All right. So now, again, you're exploding people quite a lot, and by the time, you know, you get back to, you know, just doing your regular stuff,
This one for Shaggy.
as you can see, insane amounts of damage, right? You never really have to leave the ground while you're playing them, right? It's already back. As you can see, crazy amounts of damage. You're just able to explode people really, really quickly, right? So there is a way to make this valuable while you're using it. Again, from your dodge attack, all of this is considered charge. So again, you just do this. You can get that while you're doing these. You can get that. So again, let's say if you do this combo here. Well, let's see here. As you can see, you can get that from doing that combo. So it basically kind of guarantees you that. Now, this is me. That was me doing it from neutral, as you can see. So again, if you kind of master that and get that in your arsenal, you can make it to where you don't have to just, you know, like stand here and, like, you know, constantly be doing this, right? Because this is cool, but like you're not being effective, right? So there's ways to get that static charge to where you can make that valuable to get that takeoff. But in my opinion, again, you're kind of forcing yourself to use combos that you don't want to use in order to make that work. So I just read the Pugilist, and then I'd rather Snowball Effect. But again, the only two options you have here is really Airwalker. I think Airwalker is a very great option. I think in the end game, that's going to be the longer run. But for right now, what I'm using is Too Fast to Block. So that way, whenever people try and press me, they get extremely punished for it, to where it's very dangerous for them. So that's basically my loadout here. So yeah, hopefully you guys saw all of the tips and tricks and things for Batman. I know this is a long video, but go ahead and enjoy the combo section of it. Now let's go ahead and talk about like disadvantage play, because disadvantage play is going to be really important whenever you're Batman. So I talked before about how you can always just do this and it'll always give it to you, right? You'll always be able to get right back to the ledge. So that makes your disadvantage ability, you can be way out here. Somebody could have knocked you way out there and it would not matter, because as long as you can touch this, you're gonna be all right, right? So like ding, you're there. So that's really strong. And not only is it really strong, but I also want you to note that this also works whenever it's time for you to go away, because if you whiff this, it also moves you out. So now you can actually do something like this, where let's say you're here, jump, throw a batarang. Hold on, I messed it up. Let's say you're down here, jump, throw a batarang, go right back down, right? And now you're looking at the ability to be able to kind of play a little bit of a different game, right? Throw that out, angle it up, get it right back, and you can kind of like do that sort of game style, right? Also, you can always just do this, touch wall again, cling out, touch, and then kind of mess with it how you want, right? So that's very effective. But my favorite one is to just do this here and then jump up and then go out like that, because you don't touch wall whenever you do this. If you want to make that a combo, because it actually can, don't touch wall and then do like that, right? And that can actually combo someone depending on how they're positioned up. So this, don't touch wall and then do that. That's a very good way to do that. Or hold on, let's see here, you can do like this as well. Hold on, like this, like that, into that, and that's a good one. Or you can just do straight up like this. Just wait it out a little bit. This combo into that, that's really effective as well, because that actually is a combo as well. You can actually angle that to touch someone like this, like that. All right, so that's very effective. Again, you have very good disadvantage in this game. I think one of the like top 5 at least. This button alone is great disadvantage, because you don't have to be up and it hits even right here, right? So that's very effective. You have the ability to get yourself out, kind of throw this and then touch again, right? You can even like get to the point to where you charge this. For example, you can like do like this, jump twice, charge this, and then touch again like that, and that allows for you to really extend that out a little bit, even to the point of I'm doing my special, like, come on now, here we go, even to the point of doing something like this and then touching again, depending on how far out you want to go. So yeah, like, it's really hard for you to kind of, and the cool thing about it is that they can worry about that. And while they're worrying about that, so let's just go ahead and like show you this really quick. While they're worrying about the batarang that you're charging, you can do that now and double up on it. So let's say they broke the batarang, or they did an attack. Well, now you have a Batman coming at you with the charge too. So there's a lot of things that you can do mind game wise in order to get yourself out of the corner. But also you need to just be aware that if you just hold LT, you jump really high. So if you just hold LT, you can literally get up just for free like that. So and then you could just dodge whenever you want. So like, let's say you're already on ledge, there's no need to do this here, which is what a lot of people do whenever they haven't optimized that part.
Work to do.
Jump and then dodge. Like, hold LT, jump. You can do it like literally halfway down, jump and then dodge. I messed it up a little bit. There we go. See, about halfway down you can do it. So, and if you find yourself like right in that spot where you're a little bit, angle yourself upwards like that, and you can still go ahead and get yourself up, so that way you don't have to play off of that. So like jump like that, right? So again, very good ways to get yourself up, right? Very effective. You can always just kind of stack that with this as well, so you can literally be all the way at the very bottom here, and then touch like that, like this, bing, and then do one more. Let me show that one more time. That was a bad example. So let's say you're all the way at the very bottom here, hold LT. That's bad, hold on. See here, hold LT, dodge, hit him with that, or you can hold LT up and then do one more dodge, right? And as long as you're angling these upwards, literally doesn't matter, right? So let's say you're all the way at the bottom, like that, bing, right? And you can get yourself up. So very, very effective ways to get yourself up without having to, you know, spend too many resources. So like this, straight into that, right? Just be aware that that dodge up is your best friend whenever it comes to getting outside of, you know, bad disadvantage states, like so. That's hilarious. But yeah, that's pretty much like a very, you know, minute kind of, you know, thing that you can do. There's also my old tech that I did on my old movement, guys, but it's not really worth it anymore. Where you can fast fall and then jump out like that, right? You can always do that, but I would just recommend fast falling and then jumping and then angling yourself up like that. Remember, anytime you do get the grapple here, right? So you get out here, touch it, and then you can use that to jump yourself up as well. So that way you don't have to. So again, fast fall, angle yourself out, grapple, and you can jump out of it like so, right? Which allows for you to then do something like this. And now you're completely out of there, and you can use bars to kind of get yourself out of there. So let's say you did this, hang yourself to it. That didn't work. Hold on a sec. So again, do like that. I mess it up. So you're out here, touch it. Right, cool. And now you're out of there. Well, like that, right? So that's a little bit of an old tech. It's not as effective as it used to be in this game because they kind of nerfed the whole point of that. But just know if you get that, you can still get yourself out of there just by doing a dodge jump. And that, if you have the bars for it, then you can always get way out here, touch, and then get yourself out of there with that dodge. Or if you want, you can actually sit on that and then try and punish someone. So let's say you're all the way down here, you touch. That's a bit of a bad example. Let's do it like this. So let's say you get out here, touch. You can just dodge and then be ready to punch immediately instead of doing a dodge jump. Because the dodge itself will not cost you anything. So let's say you're out here, touch it, and then you touch. See, it doesn't really cost you that much. Or you can simply just not use the dodge at all, right? Just touch. Hold on. And then just jump, right? Now your timing has to be a little bit cleaner for this one, but as you can see, you don't have to touch and you can save that dodge completely for actually, like, you know, beating them out. So this forces people to have to like really like get out of like just simply like you're dominant when you're doing it this way, right? You're dominant whenever you're out here. And you have multiple options here. You can even do like this with it, touch, cancel that, like. You can even go like way out here, jump and then touch and then go back down, like touch like this, like there's multiple different options as you see. Like there's 1,000 ways for Batman to get up. See, that's a double hit right there in case they, you know, have armor or something like that. Like you can even do like that just to like bait them out. Or you can even do like this just to touch and then like touch down. So like you can do like this. That's another good way just to kind of like get them scared because it will zoom you up. So like this is a very effective way to get up on the ledge as well. Simply doing this and then jumping away. You can like do this, scare them. Hold on, let's see here. Do that, scare them, and let me time it perfectly here. Cool, and then you to jump out of that. So boom, and then you jump out of that, right? So that's a very good way to scare them and to kind of get them off or force them to parry or something. And then instead of you actually following that up, let's see if I can actually get him to do it here. And then jump off of it, and that'll kind of, you know, scare them a little bit, right? Like that. Or like this, let it zoom you up, the grapple itself, like so. See, it'll zoom you, and then you can get yourself up out of there with having to use the dodge as well. So again, like I said, his disadvantage state is really, really strong. All right, and then now you're out of there. So you can also use that to kind of actually do it and then like get yourself up and then like keep going towards it. But if you like time it perfectly, like so, hold on, you can do it like that, so that way you don't have to like really get yourself aerial. Or you can do like that to where you actually use some of the height to get yourself over him, like so, like that. And if you would like to use a dodge jump to really kind of like insinuate like whatever, you can also do like that and then get yourself way over here like so. And that can be really effective. And also you can always just, you know, do a dodge jump into another one and really, really like exaggerate that motion. And you're playing it off of like this touching them, right? So it's very, very scary to kind of deal with if you're the offensive player, because you have to respect that hitbox, because if not, then what you can get from this, especially being so low, is a hold on, let's see here. Again, he's like low as health, right? Possible. Get this attack. That's basically me going from disadvantage to now you're in the air. And again, this is with them having the lowest health, how high it put them up, right? So you kind of don't want to get touched by this, right? That's not something you want to get touched by. That's Batman's move, so you really don't want to get touched by that. So again, they're gonna be forced to dodge, right? They don't want to get touched by this stuff because you're gonna be able to get so much damage from it. So yeah, that's basically that. There's a lot much more that you can do. Like let's say you're way out here. Again, if it doesn't hit, you can still touch. Just know that disadvantage wise, you're really strong. Like if you die in disadvantage, you're just not playing it right. Whether they have armor or not, it really doesn't matter because this attack ignores armor. Like there's nothing that armor can do against this, right? Like for how low he can be, like let's say Joker's here, you can still hit Joker like right there, like by being this low. And it actually brings you up slowly too, so you can actually just simply do this, right? And you're gonna go up until like for example, I'm gonna sag down, right? And as you can see, so yeah, like it's very strong. You're gonna be able to legit kind of bully people in disadvantage, and it would be cool, but like you also bully people in advantage too. I'll talk about that in another section, but just know your disadvantage state is really good because this is really strong as well. You can also use this to kind of get yourself up like that. Like let's say you're way down here, throw that attack in and get you up automatically as well. And if you're, let's say you're really low, throw that attack out and then do a dodge up. Well, let's see if I can get it here. Let's see here. He's not dodging. Hold on. Give me a second. I probably need to reset it. There we go. No, that's bad. That's not what I did. Like that. That could be a good option there, but just a regular attack is very dominant at getting you up and out. Same thing with this one here. Again, you have like very good buttons. Like that attack is very sneaky. This attack here is also very sneaky. You can like be like out here and then like get yourself up, right? You can even get a pop-up and then touch wall and then combo again, or you can actually do like this, get a pop-up and then throw that batarang, and now you're getting combos from being in disadvantage. So like again, there's not too many characters in this game that get combos from you being in disadvantage, but mainly the main one you want to use is that one right there. That's an insane one, right? So yeah, very effective ways to get yourself out of, you know, combos. Your attacks just hit really well. The cool thing is you can actually charge them a little bit, like so. So you can actually use that to get yourself out, like so. And then touch like that, which is really, I'm not going to say scary, but it's like just a mind game. If they're expecting, let's say you've been doing this for a while, and you've been doing that, right? You charge it now, and then just wait, and you're still going to be able to get up on that. Same thing here. If you want to like sort of switch the timing up, you can throw that, or throw that, instead of you just always doing this, which gets you up, right? Or you can throw this and then touch like that and get yourself up out of there. Or you can throw this and then dodge backwards and then do like that, right? And that's very effective because like it allows for you to kind of play multiple mind games. You can also like dodge up, do this, and then touch like this, or you can dodge up. Hold on, let me see if I can get it here. Let's say you're here, you touch, and then you do like that, right? And that's really effective because again, as long as you are doing you're down 2, you can always, you know, kind of dodge out and do another attack. So again, this is very scary coming this way, because if they don't respect this, you can do that and put them into disadvantage now. So again, they have to respect the fact that you're doing this, or they have to at least give up ground basically. So let's say you do this, you dodge here, they have to respect that, right? Here's why. Because again, dodge up. Oh, no, I messed it up. I have another dodge that can literally be canceled immediately out of that move. So like again, that's another option that you have here. Just jump straight up by holding LT. Don't tap it because you won't go as high, but if you hold LT, jump up, touch, and you can also dodge again, right? So again, very effective ways to get yourself up out of the corner, because you can put them right back in there, or put them in disadvantage for them playing well. And you do not want to be in disadvantage against Batman, because Batman is going to kill you. If you know what you're doing, he is going to mess you up. Like I talk about that as well. So you kind of want to, you know, have your A game on whenever you're playing against Batman. Again, you can do that sort of game plan. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this portion. That that's pretty much everything for disadvantage play. Yeah. All right.
Quit yanking my.
All right. So the first combo we're going to talk about here is going to be your basic one here that you can get off of your launcher. It's pretty cool. So you just start off with this, and if you can time that, then that can land. Now, the cool thing about it is that it's actually an option select. You can still do like that and still get the launcher, right? So if they dodge, if they DI the wrong way to where you don't get this hit, you still can, you know, get that hit, and you can even get a ring out there as well. A scary scenario. You can actually get that to hit sometimes, but like you have to time that jump perfectly. You have to max space to jump and all of that. But if you can get that right, then you know that's a pretty nasty combo. So that's your kind of your bread and butter one right there. That's how you can, you know, eliminate someone pretty quickly. But let's say, you know, you're worried about the combo not linking, or maybe they're high health, then you can also do this variation here. And this is also going to be good for kind of like throwing people's, you know, dodge timing off. You know, someone's just dodging preemptively, you can do this. And you can catch them like that, right? And that's another really good one that you can do, because this will force them to, you know, dodge out of that situation. And by the way, anytime you get this, it automatically guarantees the up 2, except whenever you get to higher health, it can get a little tricky there. But as you can see, like you can, you know, get someone pretty high up aerial just by doing it like this, right? Force them to use the meter. I messed that kick up, but that's fine. As you can see, you still get that hit anyway. So it's like, it's very option selected. So that's the first combo that I want you guys to get used of. Now let's go ahead and talk about your next combo here. This is kind of like your damage dealer combo. It's just how you get your damage. It's pretty easy. You don't really need anything to do it. This is something you can always do no matter what. And the cool thing about it is that you can actually do it and get into burnout, and it'll be such a long combo that it doesn't really matter. So as you can see, he's set to dodge after hit stun. So there we go. I forgot the combo my former second. Bing, 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 bing. Alright. So that's the combo there. As you can see, it does 60 damage. Really cool. Really clean. They can't really dodge out of that situation. But let's say you're here already, right? You can just do one and stop it right there, right? So you don't have to. And again, the reason why I like this combo so much is because you really don't have to have Batarang in order to do it. So if you, variations would be basically just do 1, 2, do that hit to this, right? But if you have Batarang, you can go ahead and extend it. So you can do like 1, 2, extend it like so, add the Batarang, and then you can get it like that if you don't have enough bars. But if you only have 1, you can just do 1, extend it straight into Batarang like that, right? Or you can do like this, and then go into Batarang like so. So as you can see, many different variations for it depending on what resources you have available. But if you have all your resources, you definitely want to kind of go for this one here. As you can see, nice beautiful damage that you can kind of go crazy with. And you can also use this to kind of kill as well, because like you really like can kind of play around with it, right? But it's really like a low level combo. Like you have to get them while they're early in order to do this. So once you get this hit, like you're pretty nasty, right? I just wouldn't chase, you know, too far whenever you're already in burnout. By the time you touch the ground, you're going to get your burnout back. So it's a really safe combo to use if you have full. That's pretty much that combo there. All right. Also, I actually forgot to mention, but you can actually do this as well. If you do the full extension, it'll look something like this. Let's just wait till this goes away. So, cool. You see, crazy combo damage, right? Beautiful damage. I mean, Batman's a 2-touch character whenever you start using these things. But yeah, that's this. Also, let's say that you actually have someone, you know, basically you've done a combo and they're either over 40 health. You can do this to kind of like, you know, kind of play with them a little bit. Anytime you get this to land, you can still connect with that, right? So you can do a dodge jump at that point. So if they're higher health and you're still trying to finish them off and you get this, you can still always, you know, you can't do the up to, it has to be the, you know, the side kicked, but you can get that to land at around like whenever you have them around 40, 50, 60ish, even sometimes 70. and it's a guaranteed hit as well. As you can see, they're dodge on hit stun. But if you time it wrong, or if you're a little bit too far away, it can whiff, so just be careful with that. And if you're already low on resources, then you kind of don't probably want to do that, because you're like really low. So it's something I will only do sparingly, but if you do have it, then like definitely go ahead and use it. All right, now let's talk about some setups off of your bat bomb. So your bat bomb is one of those kind of things where you kind of want to use it however you want. This is one that I really like to use, because you can set up quite a lot with that. Now, the best way to optimize this is actually not to do a dodge. You actually want to, not to do a jump. You want to do a dodge. So do this, beat him up there, get that hit. So that way you can kind of play around in the air a little bit longer. Because this dodge costs you nothing. You can still dodge, jump, right? And 2 specials, and then, you know, about 4 normals. So you can really kind of, you know, make this combo really deadly at any point in time just by doing this, meeting them there. As you can see, that's all like really quick, really easy. All of that damage is pretty much guaranteed until after you hit them with that first one there. So very nasty combo. All right, and one of your setup combos, whenever you know someone's trying to dodge away from you, as I showed you guys before, one of the combos where they dodge away, you can still, you know, touch them whenever you're doing the one with the batarang. But this is just a normal one that you can do here to still stack up the damage you feel like they're going to dodge away from you. You know, fairly easy combo to, you know, kind of do. Right, into that, and that's a nice combo that you can do. And a lot of that is, you know, hit stun. I don't know how he was able to dodge the other way. I'm not really sure what was going on with that, but yeah, that's basically a really nice combo, as you can see here. All hit stun. And I've actually been able to pull it off online as well, so it's a pretty nice combo for you to use. Timing for it is a little bit tight, but it's still possible, still doable.
This one's for Shaggy.
Bing. There we go. Hey, beautiful. So yeah, that's a really nice combo that you have. Really deadly. And the cool thing is that you play it off of batarang, so it's kind of like a two-way street. So again, very good at, you know, sort of, you know, making people force the dodge, and there's a lot of ways to play around with that. I'm just gonna dodge. Cool. So make sure. So yeah, really cool combo. Definitely go ahead and give it a try. Now this combo here is really scary, because this just blows people up like fairly easy.
This one's for Shaggy.
As you can see, that is just scary, because as you can just see by how it is option selects wise, there's so many things being thrown at them. That's really hard to kind of play around with, right? Very scary. And if you want to make it a little bit more guaranteed and not have to deal with the option selects, you can do like this.
This one's for Shaggy.
Tough. I messed it up, but tough. But it's a very nice combo though.
This one's for Shaggy.
Boom. There we go. As you can see, very scary situation, because you get to really play super aggressive off of that. I keep trying to read the eye, but you really don't have to. You can just jump straight up and then go straight into it like that. As you can see, it's a very nasty combo, because like they have so much stuff to worry about while you're doing that. So that's another one that is really effective, and I would highly recommend you abuse it. Now this one here is more of a DI read. Again, like I said before, if you're, you know, kind of wanting to, you know, play a little bit more of the range game, fill this out, hit, kind of wait, get them to dodge once, and then that should be death right there. They have to dodge down, so you don't want to, and if you do this one, you don't want to, you know, you don't want to jump with them. You want to wait for them to dodge and then kind of play right there, and then you want to hit, right? So just be careful with, you don't want to dodge up and try and be too aggressive. Just get this hit, kind of wait, let them do their thing, and if they just drop down, then go ahead and, you know, play it, you know, like that. But you just kind of want to wait there, see if you can get that next one, and then hit them for it, you know. So that's a really nice one that you can do. I actually love this one. This one is super effective, because they're gonna be dodging preemptively pretty much almost every single time, because they know the batarang's there, so they're gonna want to dodge, right? And if they do dodge, well then they're screwed, because that means you get this attack here for free, right? So yeah, that's good. And another way you can kind of make it a variant, so you can kind of still play mind games, is do this, lead it immediately into that, and then now that's death, and you get to play with another one of those as well. Now this is a very high map. Let me go ahead and switch the map so I can show you guys that this is actually a really big kill combo here, because there are literally certain maps that don't have as high of a playground, and then you just kind of, you know, kill people for it. All right. So again, do this, ping, 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 dodge, touch, see, that's that. Very nice to do, very nasty combo, cool deal. Now this one here, as I told you guys before, just kind of, you know, describe it here. This is one of more of your mind gaming ones. Do like that, kind of play around with it. So if they're expecting you to go in immediately here, you can dodge out of it, you know, get one of those. And if you want to make that link, you can always, you know, do a jump air, right, like that. Cool. Touch them one more time, kind of play off of that bomb a little bit. This is really effective, you know, whenever you're playing mind games. That hit right there doesn't land, so you kind of have to be careful with that. But it's a very good combo. Nothing's really kind of guaranteed in this one except that, but still very effective. You can kind of go crazy with that. So yeah. This one here is one of your bread and butters if you do get the little 2-hit. So it basically goes like this. Ping, 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 ping. Hold on, he had high out. I didn't realize that. Ping, 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 ping. Wait for it to explode. Hit him with that. Tough. Sometimes it can, you know, whip a little bit right there, but that's fine. Throw it up. Ding. There we go. As you see, they have to dodge right there. If not, like, you're you know, in a really deadly situation, you know, like, that's a really deadly situation for them to get in. And remember, this is early life, right? So, like, touch. Go ahead and, I did it the other way, but that's fine. All right, so for this one, you're gonna have to do a little bit of DI reading, but it's very good for your engagement tools. Remember how we talked about your different ways of engaging? You can engage with this, right? You can engage with this, right? You can engage with this, right? The instant aerial, right? You can also engage with batarang, right? Combos off of that. You can also engage with, you know, just your dodge punch. So yeah, these are all your different ways of engagement, right? So cool deal. Basically, this one is basically you just kind of playing it off of this one now. So we do this. Hold on, I messed it up. Engaging off of your dodge. Mess it up again. Sorry about that. Bing, bing. Now, if they dodge, it works in your favor, right? So this is what I mean when I say, like, you want to read DI, because that will be a hit if they do not dodge right there. So it's very good in that regard. You force a dodge, right? So they have to dodge right there, right? Read DI. I read wrong. Hold on, let me actually just react here. Cool, touch them, and then they're dead, right? So literally just read that dodge, and then they're literally screwed, right? And then they're dead, right? So it's an option select kind of combo. It's really effective. I would highly recommend you use it. You can also do like a charge as well. You feel like they're gonna go this way, but if you feel like they're gonna dodge the other way, you can also do it like this as well. And then that's just that, no matter what, right? So yeah, very nasty combo. You can really get away with a lot there. So yeah, just read the eye, and then you go from there. All right, so now for this one is really nasty. This is actually one of my favorite. This works pretty much no matter what type of DI they do, right? So basically what you want to do is you kind of want to have this out, right? Get all of these, do this into this, 1 2 1, straight into it, jump up. That's a kill, right? That combo is extremely deadly, because tough. That was tough. That's fine though. There we go. Boom. Now, really nice combo, but if you don't want to have to, you know, do the 2-2, you can always do this as well. Hold on. You can always do that. Let's see if I can get it here. Like that, right? So that's another one you can do if you don't want to have to deal with them dodging right there. So yeah, like there's like a bunch of different combos that you can do. So yeah, and you can kind of just wait that part out. And I actually would say this one's a little bit more effective because you kind of don't have to deal with, you know, DI reading, and that's very nasty to kind of do, and you have a lot more resources as well. It does kill though. It's I mean, you could just always just go straight up with it and angle it to where you can always hit no matter which way they DI, like so, like that. That's the one that'll always land. So you kind of like go upwards to the left, and then you angle it to the right. So you do like this and then angle it to the right. That one will always hit no matter what DI they do. But like that, right? So yeah, that is a very good kill option that you have. Cool. Now this one here is just basically another one of those reset options that we have here. That's really effective. You kind of want to use this one really easily. So you're basically just doing this straight into this, into a touch, right? So you can even touch him here. You read the eye, right? So that's a very effective option. As you can see, dodge on hit stun. So you don't always have to have Batarang in order to, do, swaggy combos, right? Bing, bing, right? This is really like your bread and butter, right? So like you can bing, 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 bing. But as you know, you can only do this once, so, and it has to be early. So if you're going to do it, you have to kind of go into it, straight up. But this is another, really effective combo. But you can also do this one here if you're trying to kill like rather early, like that. But another one you can do is actually this here. Let's see if I can get it here. Bing, 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 right? That's a really effective one. But also you can actually just go ahead and finish it off with the 2-2. Let's see if I can get it here. Tough. What I do, game, Jesus. Bing, 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 bing. There we go. That's the one that you want right there. But also, anytime you do land that right there, remember you can also just go for the guarantee. Anytime you do this as well, you can always throw that out too to try and get him a little bit deeper out of there. But I would like kind of wait until you do this one, maybe throw that one out. Then you can even bring them down if you feel like you want to do a down thing right there. So there's a bunch of different variations. Why does it keep happening? Bing, bing, bing. Touch them. Hit them with that. Finish it off with that. That's a good way to kill downward if they go down. If they go up, you can just, do this one. I don't know why that keeps happening. Bro, I don't know why that keeps happening. Maybe it's because they go up. I mean, that's going to land there. I did it a little bit late. But if you see that happen, you can always just react to it. And then throw out the Batarang as well. But I mean, you don't want that to happen. Like that's not what you're really looking for. And then touch, right? And that's that. You can always react to whichever one comes out. Just did it again though. It's still cool to note. There we go. Right, that's the one I was looking for. That would be the best bet for you to do, because that hit is guaranteed, and you can always do that hit into an up two if you're trying to do more aerial. So yeah, cool deal. Sorry it took me forever to get that. This one here I actually forgot about, but this is more of like a, in case you want to want them to burn that dodge, and you do this. They can waste that resource, touch them there, right? Cool deal. That's mainly what that one's for. You want to do this into this, make them burn the resource, and then touch them there. I wouldn't recommend doing the kick because it'll stunt the thing just as you just saw, right? So you definitely want to kind of hold on. I hate the infrastructure. It's so annoying. Touch them so that way you can touch, and then you kind of go right there with it. That's a good way to kind of get them to burn a dodge without you having to lose your combo, whatever. You can also do like that too. Yeah. Alright. Very aggressive, very deadly. You can kind of play with that whenever you want. Tough. You can kind of wait it out too if you want. You can kind of play off of that like that and just kind of, hover around if you don't want to commit to anything. So there's a lot of ways that you can kind of play off of that, right? He is set to dodge to hits after hits. I don't think he's doing it right now. I kind of want him to, yeah, he's not doing it right now. Let's see. Oh, let's reset it. There we go. All right, now he's doing it. Cool. So to kind of go back over that again. Right, there we go. Cool. So that's basically that one. That's a good way to kind of get them to burn a dodge if they're trying to dodge after you do this, right? That's a good way to get them to, get touched right there, because again, you put this, put that bomb on them, and if they go for that parry or any sort of setup right there, for example, let's actually do this really quick. Let's put them to dodge neutral. This is perfect. right? Beautiful, 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 right? You gotta love that one. I was actually trying to get it to do it off of this one here. So yeah, that one's very, very effective. All right, so this one here is literally my favorite combo. It's guaranteed no matter what they do. So again, they kind of show you the combo here. Bing, 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 bing. Death. Guaranteed, nothing they can do about it. It's going to kill them every single time. And
Cover activated.
there we go. Cool, right? So very, very effective. You can always do that one if you wanted to make it to where no matter what they do DI-wise, you're still going to land.
Cover
right?
activated.
Like that. So yeah, there's a few other different variations too that you can use. Let's say you did one good combo and they're like 50 health, because most of his combos put you around 50, and you do this one.
This one's for Shaggy.
It's just gonna kill by itself anyway. So I actually really love this combo. So yeah, very, very nasty combo, very, very fluent too, and it forces you to use one that no one else uses. So cool. And this is the last one that I want to show you guys here. This is more of just like a setup situation, but it is guaranteed damage in every other scenario. But if they start dodging a wave, you know someone likes to dodge away from wherever you are, and whenever you do touch, then this is actually like really, really scary. Early health. So let me just go ahead and do this. So basically anytime you land one of these, you can kind of set this up, right? So even if it's off of this, like very, very, you know, easy to do. If they dodge away, they get blown up for that, because it like sends them further away, right? So now that's death, right? So if they dodge away, they're in trouble, right? As you can see. But off the other dodges, this is just like straight up a lot of pressure. So like and this little part is guaranteed to touch, right? So like again, like you do not want to kind of like mess around with Batman. You can always do that one too. You feel like they're dodging a little bit too early too, so that way you can get that to land as well, like that, right? And that's always going to be effective. But again, you can always do it off of this one too. Boom, boom. Very, very nasty, right? So if you know someone's dodging away quite a lot, touch them with this, and they're going to be in a lot of trouble, right? So yeah, very, very nasty stuff. Also, you can kind of do a little setup here. You do like this. Hold on, let's see here. Bing, 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 bing. Touch them right there, like that, right? And that's very, very scary if you feel like they're going to go underneath you as well. So this is just easy, like, you know, you're trying to do pressure, you don't have anything else, but you're still trying to, you know, be deadly. Touch them there. Cool, cool, right? Yeah. So that's pretty much that stuff, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. That's the ending of all of the combos that I have so far. Pretty sure there's a lot more to kind of come up with. He's a combo character. He really can kind of sauce you up no matter what you got going on. So yeah, hope you enjoy, man. Izuko.